Yes, you're welcome back from that break. And earlier in our conversation, we mentioned that there's a need for us to be physically fit. There's a need for us to take good care of ourselves, especially in this year, because fitness is something that we should not joke with. And this morning, in the studio with me is Mr. Bamidele Akim, the CEO and lead instructor of Prescott's Fitness Club. And today we'll be talking about focusing on physical wellness. What are the tips that we need, especially in the year 2025? You are welcome this morning.
Good morning, ma.
Yes. Now, to start with, how would you describe, fitness, like the overviewed description of fitness?
Well, that's an awesome question. Yeah, like she said earlier, my name is Akim Bamidele Adebayo, lead trainer of Prescott Fitness Club. And what we do basically is just we encourage people, take them through on how to achieve their life-giving goal through exercises and living healthy, and how to have fun around exercises. And basically what we do is organizational services, home services, massage, and the likes. So back to your question on how should we, work on our fitness.
Yeah, the overviewed definition of fitness.
Okay, well, basically it's just living a healthy lifestyle. Let me just give it a short form. There is no skyrocket around it. Living a healthy lifestyle. So we can now put them through, tell them on how to make that happen. Where the decision starts from you, making up your mind that you want to live a healthy lifestyle, basically.
Now, most people, or shall I say, there's this assumption that living healthy or exercise, like people call it, that it's for the plus size alone. So what's your take on that, about that plus size are only the one recommended to live healthy or to go through exercise?
That's where people get it all wrong, really, because they believe, so many people believe that just the people on the plus size are the one that they are offended to be on a fitness journey, which is absolutely wrong, because living healthy or exercising doesn't deal with just losing weight alone. It goes an overview of your cardiovascular section of your body, really, which is a heart. And of course, everybody has heart. So part of the additional physical result of it is losing weight. But the most importantly, it's not just for people that has to lose weight. It's for everybody, adults, age, middle age, and
So at this point, I'll just have to ask that. Yes, you mentioned that it's for everybody. So what are the age range of physical fitness? I would like you to take us through that process, maybe from, I'm sure, toddlers. I don't know. So you take us through that, from toddlers to, teenagers, adolescents, adults. So what are the
okay, the good thing about it now is that we thank God for the society we have now. And then the exposure now, let me use that word, because if you look at it, part of the curriculum of schools and institutions and everything, they do engage them in sport, they engage them in different kinds of sports, swimming, race, table tennis, and all of that, is to introduce children into sports activities, to make them active, really. Because which one of the things that we lack while growing up, just to do all sorts of things. So we are now trying to struggle to put ourselves in that line of becoming active. So it's as long as a child, starting from a child that could walk, for as long as the child start walking, nobody is lacking behind to start exercising or to engage into physical activities, because it's just that as you grow older, there are different level of intensity that you should be engaging into, just to protect your bone, because the idea is just for you to maintain a healthy lifestyle and also to be more active. So as we are in them from the youthful age to 20s and thereabout, you engage there's some level of intensity of programs that you can engage yourself into, although you can go to some extreme if you are aiming to become a sprinter, footballer, and kind of specific kind of sport. But if it's just to maintain a lifestyle, so to speak, there are some basic things that you just engage in, exercise, kind of exercise you engage into, and of course it goes down to your eating, your consumption. And at the same time, when it now gets to 40s, then down to the oldies, 60s, 50s, 90s, 100, everybody in that category, yes, they are not left out in exercising. They are just, that's why we are experts in such in that field, to put them through on what to do and what not to do, and what to eat and what not to, which comes to the diet plan. So that's why they have to engage an instructor to put them through. So just to be, it's better to be safe, you know, than to be sorry.
Yeah.
So to say.
Yes, earlier you mentioned that the essence of fitness is about the cardiovascular section of our body. Now, so what are some consequences of not prioritizing our physical fitness, our physical health?
Okay, definitely it will slow down your process and your progress in something. It's not that you don't achieve that goal on your activities, but just that it will be better off if you're engaging in exercise. Take for instance, exercise is not just even you being active alone.
Okay.
Or it's not just you being being able to lose weight and all of that alone. It also gives you a healthy mind, sound mind, really. Because during the process of exercise, you think better, your reasoning are sharp, your response, your friction, you are so prompt to everything you do. And then the one that people used to notice the most and quickly is when they are climbing stairs. Do you understand? When you're climbing stairs, after 2-3 kind of stage of steps, you pound, you have to hold on to, even to the people that they are not on the plus size, really. So by the progress that you see in yourself when you've started that lifestyle, and now check yourself on climbing stairs so quickly, after it, how are you feeling? Are you still pounding or something? So it's not just basically all about you trying to just get a physical good that people will see. You have to make sure that you are achieving that in your mind by your way of life living. So it's not really just all about
Now,
physical responses.
now looking at it, for people that want to actually start, you know, the physical fitness plan, you know, the beginners, because I'm familiar with the word beginners. Now, so what are some exercise, you know, some things that they can do before they start involving an instructor? What are the things that they can do? You know, the do-it-yourself thing. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, people need to have the mindset that trying to start a healthy lifestyle, trying to start a fitness goal, and it's not, yeah, of course, everything has a price to pay to it, but it's not that expensive, so to speak. Though it's expensive, depending on what you want to achieve, but it's not that expensive. But where it doesn't, it's not expensive, the aspect of when you want to do it yourself, that you are not at least involving an expert physically to visit you, right? So you have to like, you don't need gym equipment really, because some will say that by the time I get a treadmill, a bicycle, at least that's when I can start. No, as long as you can move from one place to another yourself. You have an estate. You can take a walk. You can jog. You can do some basic program. You can do some step program. There's over 1,000 programs you can do with your body without having a gym equipment. You can now start involving and getting a dumbbell, getting a skipping rope, and at the same time you have to know your health condition to know the kind of program to do. Because some will just feel like, okay, get a skipping rope and start skipping. It's not that you won't get to it, but you might be harming another part of your body. So have you checked how far with your joints? Have you had surgery in the last 1 month, 1 year, 2 years or something? What are the do's and don'ts that the doctor told you then not to engage in before you start? Those are the things that some of us that we ask those questions. So you need to put those in check to speak with your doctor that, okay, these are the things that I want to be doing. Hope there will not be any issue regarding my health. And if you are cleared, why not? But if you don't have any issue with any of those I've mentioned earlier, you are really good to go. Even if you are a pregnant woman, you can exercise definitely. But it's not that expensive as people think it is. As long as you have your room space, or a compound or something, you can do something yourself. And definitely
yeah, so that leads me to my next question, that you said it's not that expensive like people think it is, because I was about asking that how pocket friendly is it to keep fit? Because most people think that I need to get my my clothes, I need to make sure that my gym outfit, I need to get them, I need to get my sneakers, I need to get a lot of things before I need to keep fit. So what are those things? We would like you to explain thoroughly. If you want to start keeping fit from home, if you want to start trekking, if you want to start jogging, what are the things that you need to wear
Okay.
Yes, for
Okay.
people to.
There is no boundary to it. So there is an adage that they do say in Yoruba: the more money you have, the level you can enjoy the white people.
Yes.
So I don't know that's a better translation, but that's just it really. So you start with, let me just say, within your capacity. Let me use the word within your capacity. Some people capacity might be 50, 100 millions and all of that. So within your capacity, in the sense that with what you have bought, you just have to make sure you are putting on something comfortable. Something comfortable, but not a gown, not an agbada. So that's just on the light hand anyways.
Yeah.
But something comfortable regarding like what I'm putting on like this. It might be yours might be a short. Yours might be a long, and yours might be a long sleeve. Yours might be a short sleeve, but a comfortable material. But very importantly, if you are to go on a walk, on a brisk walk, on a jogging or something, of course you have to get an affordable sneakers, not a slippers. Why? Just for a support system on your feet. Exercising, working out, it's what you have to be when you are done. Not that you shouldn't be nursing another pain after you are done with each program. It should be after it all. Of course, the pain is normal, but it's just for a particular period of time. So when you are done with that routine, the pain you should be feeling like you just introduce a new program into your body system, and then after a period of time, it will go off, and then your body will adjust into it. But the aspect that people should not forget is that you should not forget your intakes, the diet aspect of life. That is what complements that's what complements your exercise, because permit me, the scripture says that what shall it profit a man, after working out and all of that, you still don't put your intakes into control. I mean, late night eating, your consumption, your intake of carbonated drink, and some other aspects. So it goes together. So if you are working out and you are not conscious of what you're taking, I mean, I'm not sure you are really doing the right thing. Of course, you are not doing the right thing.
Yes, so that leads me to another question, that as a gym instructor, yes, you mentioned that exercise is not, when keeping fit, it's not about exercise only.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to talk about our diet. So we would like you to give us like a rundown of some basic things that we need to,
pay attention
to things that we really need to take note. You mentioned something about not eating late at night.
Yeah.
There are some people that they can eat as late as 11 p.m., even 12 a.m. the next day, in as much as they are up. So we want you to tell us there are some things that we need to do just to keep fit for the year.
Okay, so one of the things that scare people away is that they feel that, okay, if I start a diet plan, it means that I won't have to eat anything. I won't have to stay, because even to lose weight, if that's your goal, and to stay healthy, you even need to eat more, because you are trying to take some things off the body system. You have to introduce something new into it. So you even staying hungry in the process of trying to achieve something, you are even causing more harm to the body system. Because while you don't take anything in, your body system will want to be feeding. You must feed on something. So what is your body feeding on while you are taking something? So now, some people's excuse watching this right now will be like, I left the house in the morning for my Lagos family. I left the house very early in the morning, so I only take tea, blah, 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 and all of that. And then there wasn't time to eat lunch, and then maybe getting home around that 11:30, like you said, or 12 a.m. Then, I missed breakfast, I missed lunch, dinner. I mean, I should combine
the three together.
Of course, I work for my money. Yes, at the same time, and that's even causing more harm than good. In the sense that, once it's getting, so we advise you eat heavy, your breakfast, you eat heavy in the morning, so that you'll be very productive in the day, throughout your day. At your lunch, don't eat as heavy as your breakfast, but at the same time, you can eat lightly heavy. And then at your dinner should be extremely light. Why? Because by the time it's getting to night, there's what we call body metabolism. It's a process of how your food digests to your body system. By the time it's getting to night, your body metabolism is dropping in power. So a simple example I can explain that is that just like a car, You know, you have been firing on since morning, maybe traveling or driving around and all of that. So once it's getting to a period whereby it's having, it's entering into, you've been driving it all day for several hours. It's getting into process whereby it's eating up some traffic on the way. Move a little, stop a little. Move a little, stop, which it looks like that's how our ending our day used to look like. We move a little, that's how our body system works as well. So by that time, of course, it's going to have a slowdown in the way the body the way the food digests in our body system. Do you understand? So that's why it's advisable. Research, you can Google it. Research stated that by that time you should be eating less, if possible, vegetables, something as light as possible. To some, eba is light, fine. Eba is a food, but it's not a ideal. Don't let me say good. It's not an ideal, meal to eat for dinner. So that's why you have to be conscious, and it has to be a deliberate action. You have to be conscious of what you take at every period of time, and stay hydrated as well. Drink a lot of water, a lot of water, because this period that we are now, since like second week in December till date, the weather has been harsh, very dry. You have to consume water than before, because your body generates more than it used to be when it comes to, so you stay dry. You have to stay hydrated, and drinking a lot of water too helps you in this journey.
Now, lastly, before we go this morning, what's the place of discipline when it comes to keeping fit, especially for beginners and those people already in the plan, the fitness plan, you know, trying to keep fit, and they see a lot of things, a lot of goodies, and they want to just eat all these edibles that are just coming, pick me, eat me. So what's the place of discipline? Okay,
you see, when you are trying to adjust into something new, temptations will come your way. Even just like in our career space, your work, my work, we are trying to, there is no area there is no temptation, especially when you are trying to adjust to something new. And you know, more temptation will now come when you are trying to adjust into a new way of life. More temptations will come, especially something that is more beneficial. But if something that is negative, they are trying to adjust to, they won't be tempted. But when you are trying to adapt into something, so that brings it into discipline. You see, when you are trying to now put that into play, that's when you go to some parties, they will serve you some diegetic style of chicken and all of that, and several carbonated right in front of you and all of that. So you have to be disciplined. So that's where portion control comes in. You have to be intentional of your portion control, because you see, whether you like it or not, you have to be strict with your discipline if you want the actual result. So I'll give you, for instance, if you want to like have your meal now. So if you don't have those divided plates and all of that, so I'll just give this off. You just take that big round plate for yourself, a flat plate. One corner for your carbohydrates, which is, it might be a mala, it might be a bar, it might be rice, white rice, scoop of rice or something, any form of, carbohydrate that you are taking. So then you can now have, you divide it into 3, right? Okay. So one small corner for that carbohydrate, for your food, actual food. Then you merge 2 corners together for your vegetable. That should be your soup, whatever kind of soup it is. And then the last corner should be for your protein. And then you have your water by the side. If you are consistently taking that, we are consistently taking that. But that does not mean temptation will still coming. But at the same time, when you start this journey, don't think that you just want to cut off all of a sudden. Have some snacks by the side. Some healthy crackers, I don't want to mention brand names, some healthy crackers by the side that you can always munch on. Have cashew nuts, have granuts, handful, because there will be times that you'll be hungry, and have some fruits in the house or in the office or something, where you have cucumber and several garden egg, apple, you have them. And of course, it doesn't state that you can't have some cheat snacks in between. Of course, yes, now but it's simple. It's easier said than done. It's just like someone that just a new brother or sister in Christ that just gave the life to Christ and all of that. It doesn't mean that temptation to draw him or her into the world will not come. But there is a space of discipline. You discipline, but it still doesn't eradicate your power of control. So you have to have the power over your temptation and over your control. That's just a simple description I can use. Really.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bamidele Akim, for your time, and thank you for going through that journey with us on how we can focus on our physical wellness in the year 2025. And you've heard it all, that you just have to be disciplined, you have to be intentional. And it's not about those people that are plus size alone. Everybody needs to be physically fit in order for you to be sound. And that's what you'll be taking on Frontline for today. We'll join us again next week by God's grace. Until then, I am Victoria Ayoleye. Do have a lovely weekend.
Thank you. God bless you.